Imagine booking a $50 flight for your family vacation, only to watch the total jump to over $500 before you even get to the airport. Budget airlines love to advertise those rock-bottom prices, but what they don't show you are the hidden fees. Seat selection just to sit next to your kids, carry-on surcharges for everyone, and last-minute add-ons that sneak in at checkout. These aren't minor annoyances. They can turn your cheap getaway into a costly headache. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for and how to avoid these traps. So, what's really behind that too good to be true ticket price? Let's pull back the curtain on what airlines hope you'll overlook. The $50 flight myth, breaking down the illusion. The $50 flight myth is everywhere, on billboards, in your inbox, and all over vacation search results. It's easy to see why people jump at these offers, but these deals are built on illusion. Airlines know families are looking to save, so they bait you with a low base fare, then stack on fees for the things you actually need. That cheap ticket is just your entry point. Here's how it works. Airlines split up what used to be standard, like seat selection or carry-ons, into a menu of optional fees. The ones that hit families hardest, seats and bags. Want to make sure your kids aren't scattered across the plane? There's a fee. Need overhead space for each person? Pay up, often more than you'd expect. Before you know it, that $50 ticket is just the starting bid. Say you're a family of 4 and see those $50 tickets, $200 total. Seems great, but then you're told seats are randomly assigned unless you pay. You add seat selection, another $80. You bring one carry-on each, but they cost $40 per bag, each way. That's $320 just for bags. Add it all up, and you're over $600, and you haven't even boarded. Want a snack or water on board? That'll cost you too. Airlines don't hide these fees, but they count on you underestimating how fast they pile up. Some budget carriers make nearly half their revenue from fees, not tickets. The system is designed to keep that headline price low, knowing families will have no choice but to pay for basics. It's frustrating, especially since not all airlines play this game. Major US carriers like American, Alaska, and JetBlue have programs to guarantee families sit together for free when seats are available. But many budget airlines treat that as a premium add-on, forcing parents to pay or risk separation. The ads for $50 flights are clever, but the reality rarely matches. There are only a few seats at that price, and by the time you add in all the optional essentials, you often spend more than you would with a full-service airline that includes bags and seats. Families share story after story of supposed bargains turning into $800 bills, like one dad whose $45 tickets for 5 ballooned after unavoidable add-ons. The worst part isn't just the money, it's feeling misled. Basic needs, like sitting together or bringing a bag, are now treated as luxuries, and that's exactly where airlines cash in. Families under fire, how basic needs become premium charges. For families, the simple act of flying together has become a logistical and financial minefield. Airlines have redefined basic needs as paid extras, turning comfort, safety, and peace of mind into premium upgrades. Take seat selection. You'd assume airlines would keep your family together, but with many budget carriers, unless you pay extra, seats are assigned randomly, and there's no guarantee you'll be near each other. The Department of Transportation's family seating dashboard shows which airlines prioritize family seating, but most budget carriers aren't on the list. Parents are left with a hard choice: pay up or risk being separated. One family found out at check-in that their child had been assigned several rows away. In a panic, they scrambled to pay last-minute seat fees, far more than if they'd paid in advance. Many parents describe the anxiety of begging strangers to swap seats at the gate just to sit next to their kids. This is emotional pricing, a tactic where companies exploit your emotions to drive up revenue. Faced with the possibility of their 5-year-old sitting alone, most parents will pay any fee to prevent it. It's not just convenience, it's a matter of safety and stress. Then there are baggage fees. Parents with kids can't travel light. Diaper bags, snacks, extra clothes, strollers. These aren't extras, they're essentials. Yet, on budget airlines, every bag is another charge. The total cost climbs fast, and your cheap flight becomes anything but. The Department of Transportation is trying to address this. Proposed rules like the Families Fly Together Act would make it illegal to charge parents extra to sit with kids under 13. If separated, families would get a refund or free rebooking. But until that happens, families still face a system that treats basic needs as paid privileges. The truth is, these fees aren't accidental. They're designed to extract as much money as possible after the booking. And just when you think you've accounted for everything, more traps appear if your plans shift. Fine print nightmares, change fees, cancellations, and other traps. With budget airlines, the biggest trouble often lies in the fine print, especially when plans change. Change fees, cancellation penalties, and murky refund policies are all designed to squeeze more money from you when things go wrong. Say you book months in advance, then life happens. Your child gets sick or a family emergency arises. You call the airline, hoping to adjust your plans, only to learn that change fees can run into the hundreds per person, sometimes more than the ticket itself. Need to cancel? You'll likely lose most of what you paid and get only a credit voucher with a short expiration date that's easy to miss. Parents report losing hundreds, even with doctor's notes. Airlines rarely make exceptions. Vouchers often expire before families can use them. It's a system that punishes anyone who can't plan months ahead without surprises. And even when laws are in place, enforcement is tricky. Airlines must refund passengers if a flight is canceled or significantly delayed. But significant delay isn't well defined, so airlines label delays as minor. Even if they ruin your trip, that leaves you stuck, out of options, and out of cash. There are also mistake fares, super low prices posted in error. Airlines can cancel them, but are supposed to reimburse any costs like hotels. In practice, families often struggle to get those reimbursements, navigating long customer service calls or ignored emails. The Department of Transportation is paying attention. They've launched investigations into carriers who stretch rules or bury crucial terms in fine print. Proposals like the Families Fly Together Act aim to shift the burden off families. But for now, it's still on you to read every policy, every restriction. Bottom line, that $50 ticket can spiral into hundreds once you factor in all the fine print traps. Budget airlines rely on the fact that you won't notice until it's too late. Every change, every delay, every slip-up becomes another cash grab. Knowing how these traps work is the first step in avoiding them. The cheap price is just the beginning. What really matters is what comes next. Conclusion: budget airlines aren't truly budget-friendly. They're optimized to profit from every hidden fee and overlooked policy. That $50 ticket almost never includes what your family actually needs: seating together, carry-on space, or peace of mind. Before you book, read the fine print, tally the real costs, and compare them with full-service airlines. Sometimes the real deal isn't the cheapest-looking fare. It's the one that already includes everything you care about. If you've been burned by a surprise fee or found clever ways to dodge them, drop your tips in the comments. Help another family avoid the same trap. Because when it comes to budget airlines, what you don't know really can cost you. If you want to learn how to avoid these extra charges on budget airline add-on fees, watch our next video.